The breaking news tonight, Joel Embiid will not return. He has a left shoulder sprain. Embiid out as the Sixers continue to struggle on the road. Down by 11 at the half in Cleveland. But that is tonight's top story on Crunch Time, presented by Taco Bell. Here's how it went down. Final minute of the first quarter. Brendan Haywood, he got tied up with Zizic.
Yeah, and initially didn't look like much, but maybe he got the shoulder jammed up in there somehow. But you can tell in this free throw that he's not right. And he went to the back, tried to come back out, but just didn't feel right, went back, and it was ruled out. So this is a big-time loss for Philly because you're already down Ben Simmons, and now you're going to be down Joel Embiid. You're going to be asking a lot of guys to step up. Al Horford's going to have to do more. Tobias Harris, Richardson, those guys are all going to have to step up with Embiid and Simmons out. And then on top of that, this team is getting ready to go on a West Coast trip. Ready to go on a road trip where they really struggle playing on the road this year. They're a lottery team on the road when it comes to their record.
We hate to use the term injury prone, but let me just throw out some facts to you about Joel Embiid this year.
You got a lot of aggressive hand movements there, too.
I know. That's a good point.
I might hurt my wrist on that, injury prone.
Embiid this year has missed 14 games due to injury. Remember, also suspended a couple of games because of the fight he got into with Karl Anthony Towns. Embiid, in addition to the left shoulder sprain tonight, he has had left knee soreness. He has a right ankle sprain. He has had a lip laceration. He has had a left hip contusion. He's had an upper respiratory illness and a left hand. He had a torn ligament in his left hand. That's all just this season for Joel Embiid.
Yeah, well, like I said, I don't want to say he's injury prone, but he's
say it like this.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to say it like that. But he's a guy that injuries seem to follow him wherever he goes. So that's the only thing that can really hold this guy back. When you look at how good Joel Embiid is, it's the fact that he's constantly hurt. And for me, when I watch him play, I think when he misses time, his conditioning goes down, and that leads to him playing inconsistent. As he tries to work his way back into shape, sometimes he has these slow nights. And so I think it's very important for a guy like Joel Embiid to stay healthy because when he comes back, sometimes his energy level isn't always the same.
All right, and again, that West Coast swing coming your way here for Philadelphia in the next coming days, including next Tuesday against the Lakers. Let's bring in Sam Mitchell for the coach's perspective in our film room on this. Coach, when it rains, it pours here for the Philadelphia 76ers. They're without Ben Simmons due to a back injury, and now tonight they lose Joel Embiid. He will not return with a left shoulder sprain.
You know, Jared, I once saw a guy in Vegas keep doubling his bet on the blackjack table, starting at $100, and he lost 15 hands in a row. So when you say things can't get worse, they can. And for the Philadelphia 76ers, losing Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, this is a nightmare because, Brenda, you know players can step up, but how many players need to step up when your two all-stars are not going to be playing for a minute? So this is going to be tough. And Philadelphia, Brett Brown, going to have to figure out how to play and tweak things until they can get Joel and possibly Ben back.
Well, we will see if they can keep their head above water. The good news is if we can show the Eastern Conference standings here, there is a safety net for the Philadelphia 76ers in that.
The bottom of the East is really bad.
Right. In that the Brooklyn Nets, in that whether it be the Magic or the Wizards who are still trying to make a run at it, you know that you're only probably going to fall so far, right? You have this safety net right here if you're the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Pacers have been struggling mightily as well.
Yeah, if you're the 76ers, you're really only looking to fall to maybe, I think the farthest they can fall is 6. That's about it, because when you look at the Nets, they're 4 games under 500. The Magic, they're struggling as well. So now you look at the 76ers, they're 14 games over. So yeah, they might lose a couple games here or there, but I don't see the Nets or the Magic catching this team regardless.
Interesting story I read the other day coming out of Philadelphia. There is a thought process that if you're the Sixers, you would actually prefer to be the 6th seed as opposed to the 5 seed, because in the second round you avoid the Milwaukee Bucks.
Listen, the Sixers, whoa. See, that's the part of the problem with the Sixers. If you're on that team in the front office or a Sixers fan, you don't even need to have the name Milwaukee Bucks in the back of your mind, because the Sixers aren't guaranteed to get out of the first round.
Right.
If they're the 6th seed, you're telling me you have faith that they could beat the Boston Celtics. Absolutely. And they don't have home court advantage? I don't have faith that the 76ers could beat the Miami Heat in a playoff series. Coming in there to take on Jimmy Butler in the playoff series, I absolutely think the Heat or the Celtics will knock out the 76ers in the first round unless I see dramatic improvement from this team on the road. during the final stretch of the season. So if you're a 76ers fan and you're thinking, well, maybe if we get to the 6th seed, we can avoid the Bucks into the conference championship. Listen, if you had the 6th seed, there's a strong chance you're going home anyway, early.
Coach Mitchell, what do you think?
Hey, man, I think for Philadelphia, they got to get to 4. And I don't see that happening with the injuries because we know their record at home is excellent. The best record in the NBA. They only have 2 losses. But on the road, they are awful. So if you're Philadelphia, you got to figure out, try to get to 4 because history is not on your side. You're not going to go in Boston and win a couple of basketball games. That's just not going to happen the way the Celtics are playing right now. And so even though you have some distinct advantage with Joel Embiid, you just can't defend those 3 wing guys. And the way Tatum is playing right now, Boston is lights out. So if you're Philly, you got to figure out some kind of way to get to 4.
Right now, they've just started the 3rd quarter in Cleveland. With Joel Embiid out, the rookie Matisse Thybulle will get the start in his spot here. And again, Al Horford back in the starting lineup as well because Ben Simmons is out. And right now, it's Cleveland without Andre Drummond leading by 14. And the update is that Joel Embiid